going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm doing this from a different side point of view of my room. I know for those who, for whenever I have a guest on, you guys get to, see us from the table going from one end to the other, and you see this side of the room, but from like a side point of view to where you see someone sitting on one side, someone sitting on the other. But nonetheless, here I am talking to you from this angle. I think this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to talk to you guys whenever it's just an episode for me. I have some guests lined up. Hope you've all been enjoying what I've been doing with having certain people on by this point. Hopefully you guys kind of see the direction in which I'm trying to go in terms of having guests on. But please feel free to hit me up. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you think. Please, I truly appreciate the support. I truly appreciate you guys sharing your kind words. But if you have any criticism or any thoughts, because I'm just still technically getting started, even though I'm about 7 episodes in. This will be 8. So I think no matter what, whenever I speak into the mic, whether it's just me or me and a person, that will count as an episode. Nonetheless, I'm just super excited to be doing this. Today's my birthday, by the way, in case some of you don't know. I'm finally 21. I finally get to, do certain things such as drinking, smoking legally now. Whatever. I'm not the biggest drinker or partier, clubber, going to the bar kind of guy. I never had a fake, so I've never really gone to any of those environments. And I'm going to be honest. Look, I'm someone who enjoys my the comfort zone. I know, in certain aspects of life, let's say I were to get a girlfriend or, I want kids, a wife, a family. I got to step out my comfort zone to find the right woman. I need to step out the comfort zone in order to do certain things that I want to accomplish in life. Like, let's say I wanted this to go big. I need to deal with public criticism, just public, whatever the word or term is called. Just pretty much when people are always talking about you, just that notoriety, I guess. I don't know. Regardless, yeah, so I'm 21. Another year of life has gone by. It feels kind of weird, to be honest. I mean, I still feel it's weird. Maybe you know what I'm trying to say here. Like, another year goes by. Sure, you've gone through some more things since the previous year, but it just, maybe it's you notice the change in your life over a longer period of time. Maybe not necessarily like every year you notice something completely different about yourself, unless it's drastic weight change or personality change. I don't know. But it's hard to see myself always changing. And I don't want to say I always feel the same, but it's just so weird in how, we all develop in age and how we all, change. And especially on my birthday, I don't really get super, super excited. I'll crack a few jokes here and there, but, yeah, I'm not the biggest, it's my birthday, fuck yeah, kind of guy. I'm more of, appreciate you, giving me gifts or kind words, whatever it may be. But, I'm just kind of more laid back. I kind of just do a lot of reflecting, especially on New Year's. I'm like the Grinch of New Year's. I'm not afraid to say that. I just don't like New Year's. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I've lost family members around this time. I don't know if it's because I've never been a fan of the whole mistletoe or the whole ball drop thing, because I never had a freaking girlfriend or some shit, and I get jealous of that. Like, I truly have no idea, if I'm being completely honest. But I will say that for those of you who have lost someone, for those of you who are dealing with a sick family member or whatever it may be, going on in your life, my thoughts and prayers are with you. I know how it feels. I know exactly what you're going through. All you can do is, be as strong and positive as you can, not only for the family members who have passed or are still with you, but just in this game of life. I lost my grandfather earlier this year. That wasn't fun at all. That really that sucked. I have no freaking grandmother. I have no grandparents left. It's kind of like it's the new. I kind of see it as like a new era, because I just have my parents, Aunts, uncles, what have you. But my parents, it's just my parents and then me, and then sooner or later, hopefully I get to have a family and kids, and they become grandparents, and then the whole cycle continues. It's crazy, 21. That means 21 years ago on this day was when I was born. 21 years. That's like something out of a freaking history book. It's so crazy. But here we are today. I'm grateful for those of you, I'm grateful for those of you who are listening or watching or support me, don't support me, or just checking it out, and I'm just curious as to what I do, how I do what I do. But yeah, I just wanted to address a few things, and then just talk for a little bit, and then eventually I get up out of here. I might have said on, sorry about that. But how do I say this? Oh, yeah, so the name, the Fudge Effect, I want to explain to you where that name came from, because I feel that lots of you are curious as to, what inspired that name, how this got started, a little bit about myself, because obviously I've talked a little bit, and I've kind of talked as if it's sort of like when Star Wars was first made. I kind of picked up right where, like, I started this right as if it was in the middle of something, not necessarily from the very beginning where it's just me talking to you guys. So yeah, first of all, my nickname is Big Fudge. Let's just get that out the way. When I was in middle school, I saw How I Met Your Mother, which is a fantastic show. Saw How I Met Your Mother, and I pretty much saw that Marshall, who's one of the characters in the show, his nickname was Big Fudge. And he's this tall white guy in this show. And to me, I pretty much said, that guy does not look like a Big Fudge whatsoever. If anything, he looked like a freaking, I don't know, name some freaking white candy, like a white Twinkie or white Kit Kat, I don't know. And when I was in 8th grade, I got really jealous of that nickname. So pretty much I started telling people, how is he Big Fudge? I should be Big Fudge. Give me that nickname. That should be me. And somehow it stuck. Somehow, eventually people just started calling me Fudge. My mother freaking hates the nickname. She thinks it reminds her of like a piece of shit or something. but yeah, so people started calling me Fudge, and it kind of grew on me, and eventually, people just called me Big Fudge. It's one of my nicknames. And I started creating this podcast, or at least the idea that I wanted to start one back. Honestly, it goes back to around the fall of 2018. 2019, I entertained it here and there. 2020, I actually started doing mock episodes, sort of. And then I slowly started to build what you see around my room today. My brother, he's in the military. He moved out. He has his own place now. And I pretty much took the basement and room in which we shared and kind of made it my own thing. And I, if you're listening, go check out my Instagram at Mario Malave_. Yeah. And you could see my room. I have plenty of pictures. You could see videos if you go look on YouTube of, a little bit of what my room looks like. I got posters of, celebrities, musicians, shows, movies, just a lot of iconic things that have been a part of my life or that I really like. So, I started building that. And one day, I had to come up with a name if I was going to run with this. And I pretty much took certain things from certain other shows or podcasts I know and tried to apply, whether it was the name or the ideology as to how they ran things, and kind of try to, it's kind of like the NFL, certain schemes and certain systems or copycat, like it's called the copycat league, because let's say one coach is doing good, other coaches who get hired, they'll run the other coach's system in which they came from. So when you try and start a podcast or you try and start whatever, you have to look for inspiration somewhere. So I took certain aspects of other whether podcasts or just names, like, this is going to sound corny, but one of the name choices I almost had was the Mario Malave Show. And, for some reason, like, I thought of the Kermit the Frog Show, sort of like in the Muppets. I don't know. Like, there was just, like, those were certain that was an example of a name in which I almost ran with because of another thing. So, in the sense, I had plenty of other names. I don't know if I even have my other damn thing on me. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to go find it. It's right here. My phone was right behind this damn thing. Sorry about that. Hold on 1 sec. Because I'm going to see if I still have my names. If I don't, that's a shame. But let me see if I have any. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Cool. Here's some of the, whether you like them, whether you hate them. The Fudge Effect, I think, is sticking. So, I not think. It is sticking. So, excuse me. So, here are some of the names that I had. I created this in May 18th, 2021. And here we are, December 29th, 2021. So, here we are. First name, A Trip to Mars with Mario Malave. I kind of thought of that because some people call me Mar. Instead of Mario, they'll say Mar. One of them is Newfound Memories with Mario Malave. I don't remember what exactly inspired that one. Newfound Memories. Maybe as if, you're watching an episode or listening and, something sparks an idea or something. I have Malave's World Podcast. The Rogue Rio Podcast. I know once in a blue moon someone will call me Rio. I have the Mario Malave Show, which I really liked. Conversations and Croissants. I have a joke with some people. Growing up, I used to watch Jimmy Neutron. Let me scooch in here real quick. I used to watch Jimmy Neutron, and Carl Weezer, he always goes, "Would you want me to finish that croissant?" So that's kind of where I got that from. Retro Lights and Chill Nights with Mario Malave. I have the lights. You could see it, like I got the lights going, and then the episodes would be going at nighttime if I were to have someone on, and then the Fudge Effect. That name, let me explain. So that was the very last one, and it was the one we ran with because the Fudge Effect pretty much was inspired from one of my friends. Pretty much just saying, I was asking name ideas, and he just took Big Fudge, and like the effect came out of nowhere, and he just ran with it. My buddy Chris, and he just came up with it, and it was absolutely phenomenal. As soon as I heard it, I knew that was the name I was going with, and I was so happy that I got that figured out. I had originally had a Chromebook. I still have it, which is great, because literally 2 weeks ago, my Mac died. I use a Mac to record and, edit whatever I have to edit. And this died, so I still need a laptop, whether it was for school or for anything. I mean, it's really worn down, but I'm glad I have that. I pretty much had that, and I use an adapter for my two mics. And for some reason, the Chromebook's a Chromebook. I couldn't use two mics at the same time. Maybe you can. I did everything I could at the time. Maybe I didn't do enough research, and maybe I didn't need to spend this money, but I'm glad I did. And even then, the software I used to edit the stuff like that, I needed a Mac to do that regardless. So, I ended up getting a Mac, so I'm glad that happened. And then I have these two mics. You see one here, because I'm sitting on the other side of the table. Usually they're on the sides, but I just pretty much swung this over to the north side of the table. So yeah, I pretty much learned how to simultaneously have two mics going at the same time. I was pretty much ready to start and everything, and then I came up with an idea. What if I had an intro, an outro? My buddy Al, shout out to Big Red. It's kind of me and him are kind of going through this journey. I finally starting this podcast. He's finally starting his gaming channel, which he's talked about for a long time. You could check that out at Big Red's channel on Twitch, and if not, you can just hit up his Instagram, Al Cruz, and you'll see it there. So me and him doing this together. He was helping me for the short-term setup, everything. He's a freaking tech whiz. And now I got my buddy Abel helping me on the side now, while Al pretty much just oversaw things and helped edit. But now I'm pretty much right about there. Like, I know how to edit now. For the most part, I'm still learning, but I know the basics enough to upload, edit certain things that I want to get rid of or add. But for the most part, I don't want to filter things out. I want to be straight up genuine with you guys, straight up honest. I don't want to hide things or snip things out. I just try not to say anything to incriminate myself or sound like a complete dumbass. But yeah, so I really appreciate Al. He helped me get things going. Now he's doing his thing. I'm doing mine. Stay tuned. So what we're going to be doing now is, this is 29th, so it's not, much of a surprise. I think we're going to do at the end of every month, because I know a lot of people were so confused as to why he was in the intro. I just thought that'd be funny if Al was, part of my thing. He's one of my best friends. He helped me, set things up. So why not shout him out? He's one of my, core friends. So I really, really appreciated, him helping me. So I just wanted him to be in it. But nonetheless, so I think at the end of every month, Al's going to come on and we're just going to shoot the shits, talk about whatever, and, kind of recap our month or the previous month that just passed, what's new, what's going on, what do we have planned, and what have you. So there's that. I plan on, look, before I say what I have to say next, look, I'm just getting started. I'm still learning. I'm no professional multi-million follower podcast or channel, whatever. I'm still learning. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to have the good and the bad, but I'm just trying to do this for you guys at the end of the day, and I truly enjoy this. This is something I really love doing. It's kind of like therapy, talking, because I'm talking to myself, but I'm also talking as if it's like into a diary that other people kind of get to hear. Sort of, maybe. I don't know. I might have sounded like an idiot right there, but yeah, so I got that going with Al. I'm just getting started with what's going on here. If you live near me, if you're listening and you live near me and you're genuinely interested and you genuinely think that you can make a great conversation, check out my link tree in my bio on my Instagram. Fill out the Google Doc. I will get to see what your schedule is like. I will get to see what, or you don't have to live near me. If you live far, but you can make it to where I'm at somehow, But if you genuinely think you can make a great conversation, don't hesitate to hit me up. I'm also going to be potentially doing Zoom chats instead of also having someone over. So if they can't make it here, we could just do a Zoom and then I can just record that episode. So if you're listening, you don't think you can make it, but you would rather do that, that is also a possible thing in the works that I would be completely open-minded to. So there's that. Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be someone I completely know. If you think you have a great conversation, we can get to talk a little bit, and then I'll be like, sure, I'll have you on, then we can do that. So I got that. I plan on, I can't promise you when, but I do, like this enough as it is enough work as it is. So I do want to make sound bites for you guys. I don't know if I'll post them on my Insta or to this channel, make another channel. I'm still trying to figure that out. So there's that. Sound bites. Me, one of my previous friends was on Gavin. Me, him, some others or whatever. We want to make funny, great content. You could also hear and listen, watch to some funny content if you watch Al on the gaming aspect of things. And that's gonna get big. I'm calling it right now. Our friend group is really funny. We're so diverse and we're so, we're such open books. We're very genuine people. So, if you're just bored and just whenever you see him go live, just give him a follow. You could listen to it before you go to sleep or anything. You can get that there. But in terms of, I don't think I would ever be an actor. If the opportunity presented itself, shit, why not? But yeah, so I definitely want to make, I made a few TikToks. You could check that out. My TikTok is the Fudge Effect. But you can, I got to get that going. I'm telling you, listen, I'm just, at the end of the day, I'm a human. I'm nobody that's perfect. I will never claim to be perfect. I'm not anything, I'm not no greater or lesser than you. We're all equal. We're on the same page here. So expect me to make mistakes. Expect me to be lazy at times, which I try not to be. Your mind is your greatest, enemy and your weapon at the same time. You conquer the mind, you conquer the soul or the body, however it goes. When you wake up, when you have a schedule to wake up at 6 in the morning, and then you don't want to wake up at 6, you snooze all the way till 8 a.m., and then someone's 2 hours ahead of you already getting better, and whatever it is that they're doing. So you gotta, we all, including myself, have to work on getting the mind right and staying disciplined to doing the things we want to do or have to do or whatever it may be. So I do plan on making content in terms of skits, funny TikToks, whatever it may be. I've already made a few, but I definitely want to get into that. That is definitely something I'm very open-minded to, willing to, and want to do. You got the podcast side of things. I'm definitely open-minded to coming up with more stuff. And, I'm learning as I go, coming up with more things to do, more things to, have people participate in a way. And that's about it on that end. I have more episodes on the way, like I said, whether it's because of scheduling issues or because I just feel like, talking to you guys just straight up as myself, I'll probably do that, or possibly, I won't say probably, I'll possibly be doing that like once a week, once every few weeks, whatever it may be, which is pretty cool, I think. I hope you guys enjoy what I got going on in my room. I have some more space. I just got this lovely Adele vinyl. I'll literally show you guys. I literally got this lovely Adele vinyl from my buddy Abel. Abel, who you see in the background. I'm eventually going to potentially get a mic for him, whether it's wireless or one of these mics, depending if it reaches or not. But maybe it'll overcharge the computer. I don't know. Like I said, still learning as I go. But got this lovely, hold on, I'm sorry about that glare, Adele 30 vinyl. I was always a Adele fan, but not a really big fan. And then I watched that One Night with Adele. That One Night with Adele video, or no, what was it? Special, yeah. One Night with Adele special. Where all the celebrities were there, all the musicians, top-notch people of the world were there. And I was already listening to her album before this, and then it made me love it even more. And I never listened to a full album straight through, but this one I did, and it is phenomenal. I'm the type of person where, gay, straight, bi, whatever your preference is, male, female, whatever gender you identify as, seriously, I'll fucking listen to you till I'm blue in the face. I love music, guys like Frank Ocean, Sam Smith. You see in the background, you can't see over right here if you're watching where I'm pointing at that blue post in the background, but if you look at my Insta, you'll probably see it. It's a Billie Eilish post over there. I fuck with Billie. I love Ariana Grande, as you can see, and then right over there is Dua Lipa, and it's really funny story about Dua Lipa. First of all, I'm going to her concert in February, which should be dope as shit. I'm going with Gavin to go see that, and I'm going to the Dua Lipa concert in February. I plan on going to a weekend concert in the summer once he announces that album, which would be lovely. So the thing with Dua Lipa. Sorry, I got a little off track there. So, the thing with Dua Lipa, back when the pandemic first started, was when she dropped Future Nostalgia. And right before she dropped it, literally the week before, I was listening to her discography, which is pretty much all the music in her that she's made throughout, the course of the, over the years or in her lifetime, as you could say, that's like published, and posted on, stuff like Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music or whatever. And she had the album coming out literally like that upcoming week, and I was listening to all of her old stuff, and I never really knew her like that. I knew some of her bangers, like One Kiss with Calvin Harris. There's New Rules. If you guys don't know that, you probably do if you heard the song. And then there might be like one or two other songs. Oh yeah, there's No Lie with Sean Paul. She sounded completely different then, even though that's a great song. And then all of a sudden, she had this coming out, and I was already buying into the hype. I listened to it, and this is when everyone's staying in their houses, too scared to go out. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. And I'm listening to Dua Lipa, and I remember I put it on my story. I think that was the first time in a long time where I put something I genuinely liked and was interested in on my story without worrying about what anybody had to say. And I would say turning comments off on a story makes it so much easier to post something on your story and not give two shits. I think I'm trying to personally break that stigma and hopefully inspire others to do the same, to not care what they post. I mean, obviously you want to be aware. You don't want to post something that could, whether it's illegal or inappropriate or that could lead you to getting in trouble. But, post whatever makes you happy. Post what you care about. Post, if you have something to say, say it. I don't feel like people should be scared to say something just because they would think about what other people think. I know damn well I'll put something on my story. Some people be like, oh, cool. And then they just keep looking at other people's stories or shut it off their phone and don't even give a shit, you should live for yourself. You shouldn't live for other people. If you're living for other people, then who are you living for? Not you. I'm a hypocrite. I used to do the same. Once in a while, I will do the same. I slip up. But, at the end of the day, you got to do you. You got to live for yourself, and that's what matters. So I posted the Dua Lipa thing on my story, and then I was just listening to her all the fucking time for well over a year. Even up to this year, and she was still a top 5 artist on my Spotify Wrapped, which is sick. I love that. I was a top 0.1% listener to her, and I try to get her fucking attention. I know this sounds like some fucking psychopath shit, but I just had her on repeat all fucking year. Top 0.1%. That's like at that point, it's like I'm in the booth with her listening to her music, watching her make the damn music. So, yeah, that was pretty cool that I found that out, and I was also a top 1% listener to like The Weeknd and Ariana Grande last year. My Spotify Wrapped this year, I believe, was I don't think Doja Cat made the cut, which was very disappointing. Let me see. I remember I posted this onto my Instagram, my Spotify Wrapped. Top artists: Kanye, Drake, Ariana Grande, Dua Lipa, and Chris Brown. And I really thought Doja Cat was going to crack it this year, which was a shame. But at least she had a top 3 song, Kiss Me More. I knew that song was going to blow up before it even happened. So yeah, love Dua Lipa. Love all those kind of, musicians and artists or whatever. But now, this year was when Levitating, especially the remix with The Baby, popped off, and everybody's giving it hype and whatever. And I was listening to it back in like April of 2020. And I was trying to tell people. And now I have people coming up to me even to this day. They're saying, "Hey Mario, did you listen to Dua Lipa's new song? Did you listen to her new, have you listened to this? Have you listened to this?" I'm like, yes, I've literally heard all of them. Name a song and I've heard it. I might not necessarily know the words to every single song, but I have heard, I'm pretty sure I've heard all of her music, unless she has anything unreleased. And then, yeah, so there was that. 2020 was as much of a shit storm and a shit show as that was, and it still is. I would say I have found myself, I don't think I've truly found myself. I have no idea. But I would say I gained a lot of confidence while people were inside, because for those who are interested, hold on, excuse me one sec. For those who are interested, I didn't go to my high school graduation. Sorry, I was trying to think of how to word that. I didn't go to my high school graduation, and I pretty much stayed inside that whole summer, and I was depressed. I was, I felt alone. I was isolated. I just needed a lot of time to think. I was in a messed up place. Compared to then and now, it's light and day. But, I needed that time in that cocoon. I stayed inside. I never went out to just think. And, time goes fast for a lot of people, but when you make it slow down, you can make it slow down. Because if you're not playing video games as much, or you just think, you write to yourself, you talk to yourself, and listen to yourself talk, to share your thoughts to yourself, and, try and heal. You go to therapy, whatever it may be, when you get a lot of time to think, and you figure out how to figure out, yourself piece by piece, brick by brick, layer by layer, and eventually figure out what you need to do, or what you need to stop doing to propel yourself forward. I've never done anything serious to myself or anything crazy or radical or drastic whatsoever. I've never harmed myself, but I've had those thoughts. And when you truly get tested, you truly get tested, and I think a lot of people who've gone through shit, have those thoughts. But I'm here to tell you, man, it might not be today or tomorrow or the day after that, but you can genuinely get better. I'm here to tell you, no matter how grim it may seem, maybe, this is only affecting one person that's listening to this right now, or maybe nobody. But I'm just here to say this because I think it needs to be said, and I think more people need to promote this. When you wake up the next day, that is a new chance to reinvent yourself. Now, I understand that you're tired. I know it sucks. I know mentally, physically, let's say you're working 3 jobs and, you got to pay bills. I can't speak on that manner, at least maybe not yet. But I know it sucks. But the universe works in mysterious ways, man. I'm telling you. Law of attraction, you get what you put in. And I promise you, if you keep a positive mindset, you don't ask for anything in return, you will be repaid in some sort of way. Good things will come your way. I promise you. And it gets better. I promise you it does. It might not happen as soon as you want it to, but it will if you believe it will. And it's all about the mindset. If the mindset is there, then the body and all the things around that will take care of itself, and you'll figure out what exactly you want to do. I might not necessarily even make a career out of this. I would love to. But even then, I would love to just keep doing this as a hobby. This is fun to me. This is how I want to use my free time. I genuinely mean that. I think it's fun. I think eventually, over time, it's going to go up. I genuinely think that people love to hear stuff like this, to hear someone genuinely, with a platform, genuinely express, real shit. Because people go through real shit, and a lot of things that are going on in society that's kind of highlighted doesn't highlight what I'm sort of saying enough. They can be. Certain organizations, platforms can be, but mental health can never be stressed enough. It just can't. I was genuinely depressed. I was genuinely down in the dumps. Had no idea what my future held in store. Man, in fucking college, or not college, in high school, the fucking college fair came around, and for my SAT, I knew that was something you could study for. My dumbass didn't not only not study for it, I didn't even give a shit what my score was on the test, because like when it came to like the reading portion, I didn't this would be me, if you're watching, I have my fucking pencil here, I would just be like this, writing down whatever the hell I gotta write down, bubbling what I gotta bubble. And then when it came to the reading portion, reading about fucking, I got love for these people. I got love for all people. We were reading about like Native Americans and old tribes and stuff. I think that might have been the subject. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But I bet, at the time, that's what we were reading about and learning about in the SAT. And when I was just reading about that, I was just so bored. And I just completely phased out. And then another one was about like the beach or something. I don't even remember. It's been a long time. But regardless, I just didn't really apply myself as great as I could have. I didn't know if I was even going to go to college. I was scared of potential debt, because I see people fucking enjoying themselves going to a fucking Alabama game or a fucking UConn game or Quinnipiac, and they're walking out $200,000 in debt. I'm grateful for the college I go to now. I really am. And I'm only just a tiny bit in the hole, but it's nothing compared to what some people I know are in, and it's crazy. And I wish them nothing but the best of their path, starting off, leaving with your degree, but you're already in that hole, and it's hard to save money at that point because you have to repay it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, all power to you people who are going to those kind of colleges, walking out with that kind of debt. But yeah, and the college fair came around in high school, and I had no idea. I only talked to like one person, and that was like a trade school guy. I did not know what I wanted to do. I still don't know what I want to do, but now I'm a little more optimistic because I got this going. I'm getting my degree regardless. I'm halfway through my third year. And, all things considered, I think I'm doing pretty good for myself. And, I hope all of you who are listening are too. Whether you're in high school, whether you're, an adult trying to just figure their shit out, just listening to me, whatever the case may be. Yeah, it does get better. Everyone goes through their own slump, but I think that slumps make you better for it. Let me say that again. When you go through a slump, you become better for it. And what I mean by that is, I was down and I was out. Like I genuinely, I was down for the count, and I held in there long enough. And I tried my best in terms of the mental aspect of life. Physically, I'm out of shape. I need to get back in the fucking gym. I need to fucking get back on my horse with that, because I am so out of shape. But mentally, I'm here. Positive vibes, whatever it may be. But yeah, when you go through those hard times and you learn how to reassess your life, revalue the things that you need to revalue, assess who should be in your life, who shouldn't, because sometimes it sucks, but you can't be friends with everybody. And it's not that, you can't be friends with somebody, but maybe you should stop spending less time or more time with certain people, because some people might have the best interest for you, some people don't. Some people are going their own path, and you shouldn't waste your time if they're going their own path. Start your own. And I always say this enough, this could get 5 views, and I'm cool with that. But hopefully those 5 people that listen or watch could take something away from what I'm saying. If you are an artist and you enjoy that, and you do it on the side, and people see you doing it, you're painting something, you make cool designs on your phone or whatever just for fun, man, that is a God-given talent right there. I love drawing and painting, but I can't do it. If I'm bored, I'll scribble, I'll doodle something, but I can't do it. Like, it'll come out shit, whatever it is, unless I trace something, with a pencil from the computer, but I put the paper on the computer. But it's hard. It's hard to genuinely just, make something from scratch and make something come to life, in the sense, on the paper or canvas or whatever. Like, that's a God-given talent. And if that's the example I'm using, put that stuff out there on Instagram. Make copies of it. Make TV show designs. Like, draw Rick and Morty. Make Rick and Morty paintings and sell them. I'd fucking buy one and put it on my wall. You know what I mean? I think that's dope. I think people should do what they like. As you can see, I enjoy talking. I don't talk around family or sometimes friends as much, because sometimes I want to listen more than say. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes I'll fucking chat too much, which I gotta work on. But yeah, I enjoy speaking, my truth. I enjoy speaking to, people that follow me and enjoy, my content, what I put out there. And, on these, it's hard to be as funny. I mean, I'd have to, have a certain segments and eventually get to that point. But for now, this is what I'm working with. So I'm just giving you the spill as to how I got to where I am today. After high school, I took that gap year. I worked my ass off. And eventually I realized I wanted a career, not a job. And, this wise man, he's no longer here with us. God rest his soul. He was my former boss. And he pretty much told me, he said, Mario, my father, he told me that, his father was rich and that, he was very self-possessive. But at the end of the day, everyone's going 6 feet under. And to hear that at 19, I was just like, wow. He told me, he said, at the end of the day, you got to make the most of what you can in life, because you only get one, regardless of a heaven and hell, whatever you believe in the afterlife. If you believe in that there's an afterlife or whatever you believe, you only get one life. And you got to make the most of it. You got to start living for yourself, not for others. You got to start doing what you want to do, not what other people want you to do. You got to do what makes you happy, but what can also benefit you. There's got to be a fine-tuned marriage to that, in a sense. So, I decided I want to go to college. I applied. I got in. I only applied to one college and one college only, and I got in. And, here I am now, halfway through my 3rd year. I fucking passed stats this year. I was so pumped. I've never put so much work into one class in my whole life. I ended up only getting a C+, but hey, listen, I saw people in that class drop like flies. I hung in there. And I had a really solid group of, friends that, we all grinded our asses off every week to do good on the homework, and to where we, at the end of the day, where it came to the final exam, we were in, good position to pass the class regardless. I worked my ass off. Some people, they get a fucking B and it's the end of the world for them. At the end of the day, if you get the paper, the GPA thing goes out the window. Sure, you could brag about it. Oh, I had a fucking 4.0 and shit. I feel like GPA matters more when you go to a more prestigious school, like a Harvard or something. Or maybe I'm tripping. Well, at the same time, true, while you go through college, you get a higher GPA, you get on the dean's list. Dean's list, there's benefits, you get financial aid, which is true. Okay, makes sense. I just kind of had to counteract that in my head. But, for the most part, once you get the degree, I mean, you don't, maybe unless on a resume, but even then, I mean, the GPA thing kind of goes out the window. So I just see it as where, I'm an average student. I've never been above average. I've never been below. I've been right in the middle. And I feel like some of the realest people have always been in the middle. Not to say that, if you're below average, but you're passing somehow, or, all A's, and, everyone goes at their own path. Everyone walks in their own shoes and their own path at the end of the day. And, for those who have graduated college, just entering college, for those that don't know what they do after high school, or for those that still don't know what they want to do in life in general, I still don't know. So just know that I'm right here with you. I just think that this is something I want to do, so that's why I'm doing it, which I advise you do the same. You want to start a gaming channel, go start a gaming channel. You do what you can to make it the best gaming channel it possibly can be for the given circumstance you're in, and then eventually get better. Find the things you love to do and want to do, and build off of that. I've been talking for a while. I just thought I'd, talk to you guys about, what's been on my mind lately. Just reflecting, man. This has been a crazy year. This has been, crazy times still going on today. I just wanted to talk to you guys from the heart a little bit, tell you what, what's going on in my mind, what I got planned for the future, what I got going on currently. But yeah, I can't talk forever. I don't have plans. I never really make plans for my birthday. Maybe I will. I don't know. But, I'm staying positive. I'm staying positive today. And for the rest of my days, as much as I can, for however long I can. And, I wish you all the best New Year's, I guess, even though I'm not a fan. It's the 29th, but New Year's is coming up. My next episode that's coming out, I recorded on Christmas Eve. So don't give me shit if, you're saying, oh, this happened like a week ago. Whatever. Hey, I learned how to edit finally, all right? So that shouldn't be a problem from now on, okay? No, just all jokes, but yeah, I hope you guys really have enjoyed what I've been putting out so far. I got a lot planned for the future in terms of like wanting to keep doing this, in terms of doing stuff like this. If you like this, hey, let me know. Please be sure to give me a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I really appreciate that. Please, if you can, watch me on YouTube. Sometimes, some people prefer watching instead of listening from, the audio apps. Please give me a like. Please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell, whatever it is that you got to do. I really love and appreciate the support. I know that sounded kind of desperate. Hey, you don't want to do it? I'm not going to beg. I can't fucking, make you, I can't make you do that, It's just, if you want to do it, do it. I appreciate it. If you don't, cool. I don't care. But, I think that's going to do it for today. Once again, it's my damn birthday, big 21. I'm not even going to maybe I'll have a glass of wine, and that's maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things turn out. I'm not the biggest party animal. I don't plan on going to the club unless something unforeseen happens. And then when you listen to this and then you see, me on Instagram or some shit, it'd be really funny. But, yeah, that's going to do it. I hope you all have a great day. Oh, my gosh. I don't know why I said it like that. Got a freaking sore throat. Now, I worded that wrong. I don't have COVID. No sore throat. Dry throat. Sorry about that. But, yeah, I hope you all have a great day. 29th, December 29th. It is a great day because it's my birthday. I hope you all, do what you got to do. Hopefully, I helped some of you out today. Hopefully, I cleared things up in terms of the name, in terms of me being, Big Fudge, whatever it may be. But I wish you all nothing but the best. And, take care, guys.